Welcome to the College Football Playoff. The season's had plenty of ups and downs, and all the drama has led up to this point, the first round of the 12-team playoff. And a home field advantage for one side. This place is rocking. And our matchup tonight sets up a potential Cinderella story. The last team to qualify for this 12-team playoff on the road against a team that likely believes it should be resting and watching this first-round game on TV. This is a dangerous spot for the home team and a chance for the underdog to spring an upset and move on to the quarterfinals. As we'll see the number 12 seed in this playoff, the Houston Cougars. The kickoff team is out there. Great energy as this college football playoff gets underway. We'll call for the fair catch here. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Receiver in motion now. Here's the handoff. And the one moves the ball up to the 33.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game. Boy, nice job on this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
Second down play coming up. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Boy, you'd love to see a few more yards here to give yourself a better chance on third down. Now, here early in this game, we get a big third down to see if this offensive line can keep the pressure off the quarterback.
On this opening possession, they'll face a 3rd down and 5. Scanning the field. It's Lagway. Quarterback finds an open target on the left side. Tackle made after a big gain.
Oh, the defense. They get this offense to a 3rd down early in the game, a chance to get him off the field, but instead this quarterback shows you why they've had such a great year with a conversion.
Looking to throw it on first down. Lets it go quickly. Makes the catch downfield. They make the tackle, but that's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 34.
Well, there's nothing better for an offensive coordinator than having a quarterback kind of get into a rhythm early in this game. Another great completion. This guy is off to a great start in this big playoff game.
From the shotgun, it's a handoff. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
They're going to run it here. Not much on that play. Brought down short. So it's 3rd and short from the opponent's 28. Let's see what the play call is here. They're already in field goal range, but thinking about the end zone. But it's incomplete, and that will now bring up 4th down.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
And it's good right down the middle. So we have our first points on the board. That makes it 3-0.
Snap, hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And wow, listen to this crowd noise. This stadium is vibrating. That's why this is such a tough place for visitors to play. Football comes out. Defense jumps on the ball. It's a turnover.
That is tough for the ball carrier here because not only does he take a big hit, but now
about to get an earful from your coach on the sideline after that turnover.
And the Florida offense retakes the field. Looking to build on this lead on this possession. Had to settle for 3 last time out. The offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here. And the replay booth has signaled they want to stop and have another look at this one. So after taking a closer look, the officials are going to overturn that previous ruling on the field. Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. It's a quick grab. And they wrap him up after the completion just short of the first down mark.
Any good offense has to have a reliable, quick to intermediate passing game. Even though that wasn't enough for the first down, it's plays like this that help you sustain drives and not get stuck with third down and long.
Tackle made after a solid gain. They'll spot the ball at the 34.
Third down, I think the defense is really expecting the ball to go through the air. Instead, the offense keeps it on the ground, gives it to one of the more skilled players, and he gets the yards he needs. Move the sticks.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Second down after that run on the previous play. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. We stop him at the 49, but that'll be a first down.
Was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
This Houston offense is moving quickly down the field. And the wideout goes in motion. There's the handoff. And they try the middle, but stuck for no gain.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? And now they run the draw play. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play.
What a job by this defense. Completely sniffed out the draw play here. I think they saw it from the time the huddle broke. Absolutely stuffed that play for no gain.
So the ball at midfield, and now the offense facing a third and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. He's moving out of the pocket. Brought down at the 40. That'll be a first down.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up the first down.
Houston getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Now they'll switch it up, looking to throw the ball here. He's moving out of the pocket. Cannot escape. They've got him. It'll be a short loss, a yard or two.
Oh, my goodness. That looked to be the defensive back who came flying up there to put the pressure on the quarterback.
The offense will look to regroup here at 2nd and 11. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. Grab near the sticks. It's Johnson. Takes a big shot there from the defense, but moves the sticks. First down.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on third down, get him the ball.
Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. Same tailback, another carry. The defense able to bring him down to wrap up the first period of play.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Florida 3, Houston 0.
First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this third down. They'll try to run for the first down. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Houston. That kind of execution, a long drive, that's why this team made it in the college football playoff.
That's exactly right. Being able to mix in the run with the pass, picking up first downs, and eventually coming up with the touchdown. That is a tough thing to do, and they made it look easy.
PAT is good. They slammed into the kicker, and penalty markers are down. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And the deep kick will sail out the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now here comes the bunch formation. To the air, it's Lagway. Catch made on the left side.
Well, this is the risk you take when you play man-to-man coverage and you leave a linebacker on a running back. The quarterback does a nice job of seeing that mismatch and getting the ball to the back for some good yards.
Using his legs, it's Daniels. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Well, there's that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the back.
And he floats this pass deep down the right side. And it's incomplete. They let it fly on third down, but now it brings up fourth. And the Gators will line up to kick it away.
Number 13, on to punt it away.
And here's the return. And the coverage team makes the stop on this return.
And the Houston offense will take over first and 10.
Houston's offense heads back onto the field now. And that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the running game. Let's see if they can do it again. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Second down after that previous play. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball to the plus 40.
I'd love to see this from this running back. Let's not forget the last time they were out, he put the ball on the ground, but he has a short memory. Comes back out next time, gets the ball in his hands, delivers with a big-time run on this drive.
First down. They're going to throw the football. Looking for the wide out. And it's complete downfield. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything seems to be working. The coordinator is calling good plays. The quarterback and the rest of his receivers and running backs are executing. And frankly, this defense is showing almost no resistance.
That's a strong run. They finally tackle him down at the 4.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
They're moving the receiver now before the snap. They'll try to run it in on first and goal. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, this defense is being challenged. They're close to their own goal line, but how about this play? All 11 guys coming together. They stood firm. The result is a short loss for the offense. Nice job.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he'll get there. Touchdown, Houston.
Touchdown, Houston. Number 4 with the carry.
Now the important point after attempt. The PAT is good, so it's a 14-3 lead. Now they get set to kick it away.
Houston, 14. Florida, 3.
And the returner decides to signal fair catch. And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. They're coming off a quick 3-and-out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Makes a quick grab. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39. That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the first down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this first down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone, and he put it right on the money for the receiver to have a chance to not just catch it, but eventually get the first.
Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. Looking downfield, it's Lagway. The defender gets a hand in there to break the pass up.
Just a great play on the ball by the defensive back, getting a hand on it and tipping it up into the air. Boy, anytime you see a tip go up, often that defense is thinking interception. This one falls to the ground, but the next tip ball could be going the other way.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Oh, and another incompletion.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through. Pick up this third down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, boy, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
So the challenge doesn't work. That'll cost the head coach a timeout. We'll see if that comes into play later in the ballgame. He's got some daylight, turning on the speed. They finally got him, but he found a nice lane in that return, and that means good starting field position for this drive. So the Cougars offense heads back out onto the field now. They scored a touchdown in their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. The shotgun handoff here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Looking to pass here on second down. They got him. It's a sack for the defense.
Well, the offensive line is so caught up in communicating to pick up the defensive lineman, nobody picks up the middle linebacker on the blitz. He gets the sack.
That sack sets up an important third down. The sure hands. It's Johnson. The completion picks up about 8 yards, but sets up a fourth down play now.
Great job here by the defense. Third down and long. You drop back in coverage, keep everything in front of you, force that quarterback to have to check the ball down, and then you rally to the football to force his fourth down. Great job here by the D.
And the returner will be brought down. The Gators offense retakes the field. They were forced to punt last time. Can they get this offense going finally? Get some points out of this possession. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Scanning the field. It's Lagway. They're going to scramble now. They finally get him down, but that is a huge play. The quarterback doing it with his legs.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the first and keep this drive moving.
They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. The offense finally producing here. Sets up a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. He's going to be brought down by that ferocious pass rush. Nice sack.
Well, the defense would not be denied on this play. They come up with a sack. Quarterback really didn't have much of a chance at all. Lucky he just held on to the ball.
Trying to extend the play. On the move here, trying to hit a deep shot. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's 3rd down.
You know, they don't hit this downfield, but it gives you an idea of how much pressure this quarterback can put on this defense. They've got to cover all these receivers, worry about the running game, try to pressure the quarterback, and then deal with him when he breaks out and scrambles like that. He's a threat to run or throw.
Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs. The Gators starting a new series here on 1st and 10. Looking for some space. It's Daniels. Tackle just short of the goal line at the 1. What a run.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on 1st down.
The Gators will line up here on 1st down and goal. They'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida.
Chris, we're still early in this football game. We're in the 2nd quarter. It's a critical touchdown to get their confidence to believe that they can come back and still win this game.
They're setting out to try the PAT. PAT up and good. They get a little bit closer. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner opportunity to bring this back. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. Houston's offense heads back out of the field now. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. That's a solid gain, moves the ball to the 29. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the 2nd quarter.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. He's going to take off here. Breaks loose at the 40. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down.
Man, nothing is more aggravating for a defensive coordinator than this right here. You've got him. You've got a chance to make a play on him, take him out of his rhythm, but instead, this guy gets away from that pressure, tucks it, and picks up some big yards.
And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
You know who's got to love this offense picking up so many 1st downs? Their own defense. And when I played, I used to have defensive guys come down and tell me when we'd have a long drive how much it would help.
Here's a shot toward the end zone. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
That ball just seemed to sail on him. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch in bounds, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
Handoff here from the shotgun. And that run produces a decent gain. crucial. Third down play coming up. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a fourth down. So no hesitation. The offense is on the field to go for it here. It's a crucial play. Fourth down, looking to throw for it. Looking to scramble. Escapes. It's a fumble. And the ball will bounce out of bounds, so they avoid the turnover. The decision to go for it doesn't pan out. About 30 seconds remaining here in the first half. It'll be 1st and 10. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. Here's the second down play. Looking to throw. It's Lagway. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Not much on the return, but the takeaway sets up the offense at the 41.
Boy, great hands by the defender to take that ball away and pretty much steal it from the intended receiver. I don't know if I'd be targeting that defender very many more times.
First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Tries to get loose in the scramble, but is brought down after a short gain. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. Looks like the final play of the half coming up. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. He's escaping the pocket now. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Look out, he's got some space. Past the 20. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Gators. And the defense joins the party with a pick six.
Chris, I thought after he tipped that ball in the air, that thing was going to be an incompletion. That would have been a great play, but instead, he didn't give up on it. Comes down with the interception and then shows you how athletic he is by taking it all the way back for a touchdown. How about that?
And they'll set up for the PAT. The extra point is good, so the lead is 17-14. Meadow's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Gators will kick this away to get the second half going. So it'll be a touchback, ball spotted at the 25. Houston's offense heads back out on the field now. On first down, it's play action. Quick throw, testing the middle. He pulls it in for a big gain. And they'll bring him down, but this offense creates a huge chunk play.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
That's a nice wrap-up there by the junior.
Chris, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively. But I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. That's exactly what we saw right there.
He stopped, but he gets a first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
Boy, the defense rolls the dice here on this screen pass. If they don't hit this quarterback, this is a big play. But give them credit. They were able to get to him before they were able to complete that pass.
Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Well, anytime you're down at halftime, you get your minds together, you try to make some adjustments, you try to get things heading in a better direction. This offense is off to a great start after this play right here.
And the crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. Offense will keep it on the ground here. They get him down, but that's a solid gain.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice, solid gain.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. They bring him down, but not before he picks up first and goal yardage to the 9.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
And they've got him. The crowd really making some noise now, trying to help out this defense to get this stop near the goal line. Touchdown, Houston. And they go in front here in the second half.
Chris, it's a great touchdown run here by this back. But the continuity of this offensive line was on display, and that's the reason he was able to get into the end zone.
The extra point makes it a 4-point game. Kickoff teams come on the field now to send this one away. And the returner elects to fair catch it, no return. And the Florida offense retakes the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. He'll hand it off. They'll tackle him right at the 31.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
To throw, it's Lagway. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Well, we saw a lot of this in the first half. They go right back to him again, and you can see the second half, that same trend continuing. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm rolling my coverage, get a corner up in his face, and put a safety back behind him. Some kind of double coverage to slow this guy down.
Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Second down play coming up for this offense. And the same runner's got it again. So back-to-back plays, nowhere to run. This defense all over the running back so far.
Chris, you know me. I love to see defensive backs and especially corners that are willing to come up and get physical against the run game. What a job of making that play in space. No gain because of the play of that corner.
On third down, he drops to throw. And he lofts one deep over the middle. The pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on.
Chris, the defense catches a break here. They got behind coverage, looked like a big play, if not a touchdown, and the receiver just dropped the ball.
It's 4th and 10. The offense on the field going for it. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. It's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Oh, my gosh. The defense does their job. That ball is thrown short of the first down. They've got to rally to the ball and not let him have that kind of effort to pick up a first down.
Ending off on the draw play. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play
out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage.
Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play.
I thought the strong safety did a really good job of disguising the blitz, waiting to the last possible moment, and then at the snap of the ball, catching the offensive line off guard. Nobody saw him. He gets home free and comes up with a sack.
8th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And he's got it. Touchdown, Florida. Well, a touchdown to a wide-open man. What in the world was going on the defensive side of the play?
What was the defense thinking here? You can't let a player roam free like that. They just completely forgot about him and gifted him a touchdown.
PAT puts him up 3. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's when the offense will take over. So the Cougars offense has back out onto the field now. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop?
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held them just at 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
He'll hand it off. And he's brought down after a short gain, does not make the first down yardage. So let's see what they like here on 3rd and short from inside their own 20. Important to pick up this first down. Running out of time in the pocket. Extending the play now. Breaking free at the 35. Finally brought down after a big gain. Moves the ball all the way to the plus 48.
Man, it is fun to watch this guy get out in the open field. I didn't realize he could run like this. That's a big gain for this offense.
Houston getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What is the offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging.
Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. That's good timing there. Receiver makes the catch, and it has some room to run.
Yeah, anytime you're going to run a route like this, you know who needs to get a lot of credit is the offensive line, because this play takes some time for the receiver to work his way across the field on that drag route. And the quarterback that time had enough time to be able to navigate the coverage and make the accurate throw.
Offense getting set for a 2nd down here to begin the quarter. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. Lets it fly to the wide out. And it's picked off. He throws it right into double coverage and pays for it. Not much of a return, but the pick ends the scoring threat and sets the offense up at the 33. And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. The last possession was a passing game clinic. They moved it right down for a touchdown. Can they keep it going? Back to pass. It's Lagway. Caught quickly. Moves the ball to the 25. Good enough for a first down. They bring him down, but the sophomore quarterback shows what a cannon he has.
But how about this aggressive approach by this offense? They've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and these guys are continuing to throw the football. think the offense coordinator understands that he can't allow his team to get too comfortable or complacent, even with having a lead here in the fourth.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Makes a quick catch.
Man-to-man coverage, you run the drag route, you prefer to get the ball downfield, but the matchup called for at least some positive yards underneath, and he makes a nice throw.
Pass caught, 2nd down now. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. They'll hand it off. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, with the lead here, this is where you want to just take your time. The defense, as we know, they are looking to do anything they can to create an aggressive play to try to create a turnover. So you got to work that clock, but also protect the football. I'm sure the coach right now is preaching to all his guys and reminding them about ball security at this point in the game.
Receiver makes the catch. They've got him at the 48, but that's a 1st down.
How about this guy making this throw? I mean, they have harassed him all game long, and here we are in the 4th quarter. He takes another hit, and this time gets enough on it to be able to complete it. Great play by the quarterback.
The Gators pick up 1st down yardage to keep the drive going. Takes the handoff. It's Daniels. And he's stopped after gaining 4 yards, so 2nd and 6.
Chris, at least there's some positive yards there from this run game. It hasn't been pretty today. It's really, to me, kept them out of finding any kind of offensive rhythm. Now, they have the lead, but it's despite this offense not necessarily having their best day.
Looking to pass. It's Lagway. Looks left and finds his target there. That's a big gain. The offense is threatening that. Spot the ball at the 22.
Well, I think the offense lulled the defense to sleep here. You think that they're just working the clock here and running the football, and then they throw and surprise you and get some positive yards downfield just to keep this defense honest.
The offense really clicking against this embattled defense. Use the running game to chew on this clock now. They got him, but not before a solid gain on the ground there.
Great job by the running back of staying inbounds and continue to work that clock, working here in the 4th quarter with the lead. You got that defense getting closer and closer to their goal line. They are backed up, and they are desperate. They've got to make a play here. The offense just has to take care of the ball, a chance to really secure victory here.
The Gators looking to keep this drive rolling.
Boy, as a head coach, you preach 4th quarter offense all year long, the importance of being able to finish out a game. This is a great example. They have secured this football, this drive. They've been able to convert on 3rd downs, and they keep moving this clock. This is a clinic on how to run a 4-minute offense.
They'll try and run it with the fullback. He's finally tackled out at the 2-yard line.
And that is a good chunk of yardage picked up by the big guy. Sometimes you don't need a whole lot of space created for a fullback. He can simply make his own way.
So here comes 2nd down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. And now the offense will call a timeout here. Something they didn't like there, wanting to make an adjustment before this critical down. This is crucial. Defense needing a stop on 3rd down, trying to force a field goal. Looking to throw. It's Lagway. And it's caught. Touchdown, Gators. That's a crucial touchdown, Kirk. The offense padding its lead now here in the second half.
Yeah, you get into this second half, you start to count possessions and how big your lead is. Now that you're up 2 possessions, you can start to play really smart football, not just on offense, but on defense as well.
So they're trying to add the lead now with the PAT. Extra point, up and good. A double-digit lead now here in the fourth quarter. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And a misfire there on the kickoff as it goes out of bounds. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Off the play fake, looking to throw. And it's the senior getting home with the sack.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
This offense faces a 2nd and 15. The O-line needs to regroup. And he drops back in the gun. Quarterback escapes the pocket. Fights off a defender. And he heads out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run.
That's what I love about this guy. Just getting good positive yards here and continue to just keep this drive alive.
Challenging play for the offense. They face 3rd and long here from their own 43. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the first down. Receiver makes the grab. Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. Big play across midfield. Now they're threatening at the opponent's 38. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve as much clock as possible. First down here, the offense has time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. Trying to create outside the pocket now. Finding some room at the 25. The tackle is made, but the gain sets the offense up. 1st and goal from the 9. Back-to-back big plays. Defense is reeling. Set up 1st and goal now. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. He's got it near the end zone. And he scores. Touchdown, Houston.
Well, hold on now, Chris. We're under 2 minutes to go, and these guys will not go away. They hit this extra point. You cover an onside kick. You never know.
And the extra point gets him within 3, 31-28.
That makes the score Florida 31.
So with just one timeout here, they're lined up to kick it off. Not going for the onside kick. Surprising. And here's the fair catch by the return man. The Gators offense retakes the field. Suddenly, this is a 3-point game in the fourth quarter. Interesting to see how aggressive they get with play calling. Back to throw. It's Lagway. Can't get it away. The defense has got him. What a huge stop at this stage of the game. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. They got some ground to make up. 2nd and long from the 15. They'll work the clock here with the running game. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Well, this is a huge 3rd down coming up here, and here's where that chess match comes to head. And for the defense, they desperately need to make a play if they believe they have any chance of coming back to win this game.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? Little eye candy here from the offense. Some pre-snap motion. Now, wasn't alert enough. Didn't get the play off. That'll cost him 5 yards. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
And the Gators will have to punt this one away. He's on to boot it away now. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. The returner is brought down. Gets a starter on the next drive. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll loft it to the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. They have jumped in front in the final minute.
Chris, we've watched this offense all year make plays and come up with drives like this to give their team a chance to win football games. And now we are the biggest stage of the year, and they come up with one more touchdown to give them the lead here.
PAT up and good. The lead is 4 here in the final quarter. So after taking the lead, they'll kick it off here and hope the defense can hold on. This one will be fair caught. And the Florida offense retakes the field. Here we go. Crucial situation. They've got time to run a few plays. The defense can't just back off here and play too passive. He's got a receiver wide open here. And that big gain moves the ball across midfield all the way to about the 36. And the offense calls time now with 29 seconds remaining. First down and 10 now. Back to pass. It's Lagway. It is complete. What a grab by the receiver right near the sideline. Heads out of bounds after running for the first down to keep this scoring threat alive. Serious pressure now for the defense. The Gators looking to cash in this red zone trip. Looking to throw it from the red zone. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. The sophomore calls his own number and keeps this drive moving. And a timeout taken by the offense with 19 seconds remaining.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is going to get after him. They get upfield. They have a great pass rush. What do they create? Space and running lanes. And he takes off and picks up some nice yards.
That's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure. Second down and goal upcoming. And the quarterback dropping back. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up third down.
Hey, really good call here by the defensive coordinator working with the lead in the fourth quarter. Get 6 defensive backs with that dime look. Cover as much ground as you can and have as much speed as you can. I think the quarterback may have been confused there and just threw the ball away.
On third and goal, he's going to try to throw for it. And the pass is incomplete just across the goal line.
Oh, he just missed his receiver there on third and short. Now you got to think in the fourth quarter, fourth and short, you got to try to cut into this lead. You might want to go for this here to keep thinking about 6 points.
Touchdown, Florida, to take the lead in the final minute. But Kirk, this quarterback told us this is my time to shine. A playoff game. He has gone out and backed that up so far.
Yeah, he's done everything that's been asked of him and more. Just a great job of getting into a rhythm. Really tough to defend. Right now, the defensive coordinator, you can see him down there. He's throwing his headset. He's frustrated. He's got to come up with some new wrinkles to try to slow this guy down.
And he'll take a knee here, not wanting to spend time on a return. They'll start at the 25. Offense will need some big plays to get into field goal range. The clock, a huge factor here. On first and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Time is running out. They'll take a deep shot. That's the third pick tonight thrown by this QB. Going the other way, can they stop him? And the defense is going to hang on here as the time runs out. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games, but you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation